here. I mean, I was looking for buys last night on gold, still holding them, went in a drawdown. Now I'm out of that drawdown. It's pushing up. I was looking for buys last night, got in early, but held them through. I had them buys like before I went to sleep. We were watching price last night, and literally it kept coming down, and 1:30 in the morning, like 2 hours after I got off last night, the market rejected. Now it's pushing up, looking like, I don't know, like looking like the market might go up, have some sell, maybe. Looks like it wants to push up more, but it could push up, go down, push up. Looks like it kind of wants to push up some more. Could go up, it could push down. Like if you look to the left, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down here, went up. Like to the left here, you can see price went up, came down, went up, came down. So like it just started going up, down, it just broke up. Like it could come up, like the way it's moving right now, looking like it wants to go up, but it doesn't have to just go up in a straight line like it could. What if it goes up, comes down, comes back up, something like, looks more bullish at the moment. It's still holding that $3,025 all week. All week you can see 3,025 here. I mean, that would have been the best buy entries this week. It looks like it could push up like here. More up. Does it just go rip up? It's still holding the 25. It said support zone is 25-35 area. Yeah, like Friday reversals though, it's not really like your market's been, look at, since Tuesday it's been sideways. So it's not really like, it's, how's the market moving? Oh my gosh. How's the market moving for Friday reversals? Like it's not like this is just going up into, it's Friday right now and the market's kind of right here. It's different when it's like the market's going up all week and it's Friday. Instead, this week's more like, and it's Friday. Versus like if Monday was here, Tuesday, and the market was just going up all week more so. It went up in the beginning of the week, Monday. If it retraces to where it was Monday, if there's ever a retracement back to where this week opened, Sunday, Monday, maybe buys there. If it does sell off today, or if next week sells off because we didn't retrace to where the week started yet, it's just left. Like it's just pretty much left the beginning of the week. That's a Friday right there. And like, was it reversals? Like that's a Friday right there. 6 in the morning, 7, 8. The market's trading up. It's trading up and drops. Like it's going up. But even there, like where's your reversal? It just ended up continuing. This was end of last week. Friday's like right here last week. That's when it broke above 3,000. Hasn't come back to there. I don't think it would come back there today, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think today it would come back to 3,000. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like that would happen today. Obviously, anything can happen, but I don't think it would come back today. It's just a crazy dump. It's a little far for the time remaining on the day, you know, last day of the week. A little far, but maybe it starts off today to go down there. Like, if the market does drop today, maybe it drops into setting up for next week. Like, if there's a sell-off today and it drops, that sell-off could be setting up for buys next week. Still above 25, which is a key level. We can use that 25 to say, okay, as long as it kind of stays above 25, maybe it still maintains some bullish. If there's a sell-off today, depends on, like, okay, does it get closer to 3,000? What time it? Because imagine, my brain imagines if it was 1 p.m. Imagine if it was 1 p.m. in the afternoon and the market's here. Then it's like, maybe it's a buy the dip for next week. Like, if the market sells off and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, London session's done, and the market's trading lower for a Friday, they might be trying to buy the dip for early next week. Depends on kind of like where we are in the afternoon too. You can always look at Fridays and like be like, okay, how does the market finish the week? Because a lot of weeks we see in the afternoon, for instance, like there was this week here. Was this a Friday? No, yeah, right here, kind of. There was. I'm trying to find the week where there was that buy. There's a couple weeks where there was literally Friday buys at like 12 in the afternoon, and if you took those buys and held them till Monday, it would have been like profitable. There's scenarios like that where the market ends the week kind of bearish, like it sells off Friday, but that sell-off is setting up for a buy going into the new week. Still above 25, so for me it's like still technically make like how I trade and how I've been approaching price. Yeah, we've just been sideways now, like looks like accumulation here on the 5 minute. Looks like a pretty sideways accumulation here on the 5 minute. Actually, 5 minutes been pretty much like accumulating here. When you look all here, all this right here, you can see we had like some sellers climax going down here, and we made this low, but then we broke up. There's a BOS, market structure shift, on the 5 minute, right here. Takes out these highs. Sellers climax here, we break up, and from that breakup, structure performed how it should have. So it breaks up, and the market does, ideally in that situation, if you're on the charts right there and you were there watching price, you would want it, you'd be thinking like, okay, if it pulls back, that's fine, as long as that pullback maintains. Like you could see from the sell down to move up, the market's maintained its buyers, right? So this, like, for like buys is like, what was that, 25, right? 3,025, you can see is where this move started. Obviously it looks like it's come back to like 3,030 here. So like buy setups could be in this zone, possibly still. Like this whole green zone is accumulation. It could try to work out of this accumulation. You can see prices. This will be an accumulation here in price. So this could go up. From the looks of it here on the 5-minute, we've been accumulating pretty much since like Tokyo London session, right? Maybe there's one more move up here because this shows accumulation here. Hours of it, London accumulating. They could try to work out of this. If this accumulation sticks with price, there could be like one more move up out of it, or maybe that's a bigger move. And Friday just goes like it could try to get out of this accumulation here. Is what I'm seeing. This is accumulation right here. This is what like an accumulation phase looks like. If you're on the charts, like honestly, the best time to have maybe been on the charts would have been here. It would have been clear here too. Like maybe as you're on the charts watching, this is a 5-minute. It started like selling, had this strong wick down, but then boom, move up. So there's like first evidence right there. Would have took some time. It happened in London session. So it looks like prices have been accumulating already here for all London session, really. Tokyo going into London. This is accumulation phase, like how like you see lows, this low, lows, like you can see where the structure of it breaks up here. You're getting like right here is a nice shift up in price. So this area might hold for buys. Like you might be able to find some entries on buys, 35, 30, as low as 25. Like it looks like price is accumulating to me, or has been. It even just made a little shift out here, high. It's kind of doing what it's done at this price action. Like there's been a lot of breaks up, pullbacks, breaks up, or even in here, if you look at the price action here, like how it started right here. There's a high, a low, goes into a low, high. So right here, there's a structural shift all in here because you go lower low, but then you get an equal low. From there, you go high to low, but then you make a new high here. So you start to shift out of it here. You go up, down, up. So you're getting a shift up here, right? Price breaks up, comes back, breaks up. In this area, it's been doing that. If, like we look here, we go to the right, here, like you get a low here, a high, low, high, low. And it shifts up, takes some time in there. There's different movements. Even like right here is a little accumulation phase right here, where it ends up actually breaking out, retesting, going up, retesting, going up. In this area, prices made similar price action. You can see to the left. If it's a bullish setup, it's one here, like in this, what we're analyzing right now. Well, you can see similar price action kind of all in here. Oh, I think there could be one more, potentially one more move up, maybe to the 40s, 40, 45. I think it could be potentially one more up move, 40, 45 area it could go to. I could see it having potential. If this is accumulation, so if this holds, like market stays true, that's how I treat these types of situations. I'm like, okay, I see this. There's this pattern here. It's showing. Could potentially stick. Maybe for the next hour or two. It runs up a lot and does a big pull. Like different dynamics that could actually happen here with the way prices. Like obviously, a lot of people might see a head and shoulders. I see that. I get it. I even did talk about that last night. I did even say, like, I do see the head and shoulders that you might be seeing last night. Head and shoulders. Some people were in sells last night. Previous 4 hour closed bullish, so this one's popping up. To me, it's just interesting, like, the 25, like, obviously holding. I know we could come back here at some point if the market wants to. Crypto. Bitcoin's looking like in November. Yeah, it's definitely looking like, I was looking at it last night a little bit, like in Ethereum and in inner circle. If you're in inner circle, it's kind of looking at like this. We're talking like talking about like this looks like accumulation, especially over here. It looked like a phase over here, which is interesting when you look at the 1 hour over here. So you have this like seller's climax here. You get this low, but you just have that strong up move, right? That makes the high up here. And from there, market does what it, what you would have wanted it to do on like making, okay, it shifted up. Okay, it's high. Pullbacks for another leg up is what you would presumably think. Okay, the market could come back to here and have a reaction, or the low and have a reaction. So presumably, like after making a high like that, you'd be thinking next leg up, right? Like next leg up or next leg up, right? So you'd be thinking more, right? That would make sense. That's what I remember that. So that like up, getting that, you have this down move and you get this shift up from the low to the high, right? You get this nice shift up here, higher high made. This is coming down. When this is coming down, I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is setting up for the next leg up, right? No, not so much, but it's like, okay. Still, that point it's still interesting. So it did come lower. Have a high. Took out this low too, and now we've got this like interesting range. Like it's starting to look, to me, it's looking like maybe a big accumulation. And I know I started like recognizing that yesterday. Over here, I can see price started accumulating. Like I can see the buildup of accumulation starting there. And how it's been here in Ethereum too. We'll go to Ethereum. November, you're saying November, so let me see, where are you saying? Like it's looking like it looked like in November? Like what part of November? Sometimes I crash my accounts. It's all part of the game. November, what? BTC, look like the BTC chart in November. This November? What are you saying? Like which chart? Daily, 4 hour? Which chart are we talking? Like beginning of November? Like right in here, right? This part right here, right? This, right? Like this phase. I mean, on the daily it does. Yeah, when you're looking on the higher time frames, like yeah, like if you're looking at that on a whole higher time frame, yeah, actually. If you're looking at this, or are you looking at something else? This on the 1 hour, I see on what looks like on the daily, well, a mix of time frames, daily dropping, and when you go to the 4 hour, it's like okay, a lot of this, this looks like what that looks like on the 1 hour. Yeah. Because that's like, how big of a drop was that too? That was just 10%. We'll break up. Ethereum has that. Ethereum has an area it might hold. This would be a beautiful move if Ethereum breaks out this. Maybe this weekend or going into next week if we get like an Ethereum breakout. That would be really nice. That would be beautiful. Maybe even we got this low down here as well. Ethereum has a nice zone as well. I see Bitcoin, yeah. Yeah, this chart right here. And when you're looking at, yeah, you just took out these highs here. You just shifted up. Have this low. So if you're looking at this on a technical perspective, it's like, okay, yeah, you ran up. It's pulling back. It could be setting up for another leg up. $82,000, $83,000. I see that some shifts up. So I see some shifts up trying to happen. There's one here trying to shift up, some shifts up. I don't think crypto's like, it's obviously bearish, but I think Bitcoin's bearish accumulation phase. Daily. So I see what you're saying on the daily. That you're saying this, right? Weekend, maybe it's a weekend pump. When I remember in the bull stages, holy, the weekends sometimes can be good. Oh yeah, I see this on the daily. We're in a good daily area here. If price could still wick down, but close bullish in this zone. Like, it's a good zone here. Might get some rebound, some bounce. Came down nicely. I like the Ethereum chart, but both look pretty decent actually. I mean, if Bitcoin goes up. This here, Ethereum, maybe something to keep an eye on. If this would be a solid move, if we get this move, that would create a nice overall market movement. If this zone holds on Ethereum, that would be a good move. There's a good zone here, break and retest. There's resistance at $1,980 and 2,000. So if we get above 2,000 again, it could be some movement if this zone holds. Maybe something to watch today, going into the weekend or going into next week, since this market is open all the time. That would be a pretty solid move if it can respect this zone. You could watch this area, stop loss at the low, see if we can target the high or even swing above the high. I think that would be something to monitor. Maybe today going tomorrow, or tomorrow going into next week, like the weekend. I don't always go over crypto, but if I see any good setups, I will. If there are good zones, I like this setup for Ethereum. We usually look at gold. If anything, like this is probably more volatile than gold, so yeah, definitely. You're not gonna see gold go from. This went from $4,000 to $1,700. Yeah, quick, right? This is definitely more volatile. Like we were just at $4,000 not that long ago. Gold won't do that. You're not gonna see gold go from 3,000 to 1,700 that quick. I don't think so. Definitely more volatility in these. Think about it. It went from, that's a big drop. One day we'll go 6,000. Yeah, I like ETH. You can try to find even different entries. Scale in. From this area, we're getting break and retest. I like ETH for today too. Like this looks like a good trade. Setup. Break and retest. We didn't really get a strong retest yet. If it makes that move, like if ETH makes this move, all cryptos will go up, but we'll see if this hits. Looks like a decent setup. Red day though today. Still, Bitcoin's trading at 84,000 a coin. I know the market's doing what the market's doing, right? Obviously, we have the market doing what the market's doing, but when you take that layer back and you just pay attention to everything going on. Ethereum supply and exchanges has dropped to the lowest level since November 15th. DeFi staking actions continue to pull ETH from exchange wallets. Lowest since 2015, November 2015 for ETH. Australia. So here we go. We got like a lot of things happening. It's just like, so what you're getting right now is a new type of accumulation and adoption worldwide. It's not just like crypto cowboys anymore. Like I've been in Bitcoin for a bit over 10 years now, so I've seen its journey to here for the last since 2015. I've watched its whole journey, and I've been a part of that. So I've been through every single movement up until this point. So there's never been anything like this, what we've seen in the last year, and especially the last 4 to 6 months, ever since Donald Trump won the presidential election, and then it's when he took over in January. There's a lot, like Australia. Last night we saw something with Dubai. When we were on Inner Circle last night, there was something about Dubai with real estate. Like today, South Korea, something here launching with intelligence force against unregistered. There's just a lot of different things going on worldwide. Switzerland National Bank. Oh, look at that. Switzerland. So here we go. Swiss National Bank will not buy Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, citing high volatility, lack of safety, and the absence of robust legal framework, despite President Donald Trump's push to establish. That's fine. Like if you're looking, like if people look at this, like, oh my God, There's been worse than this. Fucking China situations, India. I've been here for 10 years, so remember that. We didn't get here because of Switzerland. Bitcoin didn't reach $70,000 4 years ago because of Switzerland. Okay? Remember that. So like, you see stuff like this, don't worry about it. Who cares? Bitcoin's bigger than that. If the whole entire world adopted the same belief I had for Bitcoin, or some of you guys had for Bitcoin, who knows what the price would be. It would be a race then to get all the Bitcoin if everybody had the same understanding and adopted the same understanding and belief that someone like me or some of you guys even have. So when you see stuff like this, who cares? Because Bitcoin is bigger than that. Bitcoin is bigger than one bank, one country. Like, there's countries holding it. But what we're seeing, like especially in the last months, even we're seeing all types of adoption. NASDAQ, ETFs, countries, states. It's a lot of it. It's going to be every week, every day, different news every day. I know we went over some last night. Like, see, Dubai land department. Dubai launching tokenized real estate development. So obviously, like, whatever your belief is in with crypto, blockchain, utility, there's something there. Here's Dubai. There's something there. Whether this isn't even anything to do with Bitcoin. Necessarily Bitcoin, like, but there's something there with the whole, tokenization. There's something there. That's why you're seeing all this stuff happen. Let's figure it out. Like, it's like there's something there, something there. Well, you're getting a lot of just different news every day. There's so much different news. Donald Trump spoke yesterday, and he said a few things he's already said. Like, we already know some of the stuff that he said. He spoke at the crypto conference like a year ago. There was a summit. Like, he's popped up a couple times. We've heard some of the same stuff, but yeah, we actually heard some things, But he said, like, strategic crypto reserve assets won't be sold, unlike Biden's policy, stablecoin regulation, and U.S. and the crypto capital of the world. Bitcoin isn't any country's coin. It's the people's coin. It's the world's coin. Bitcoin isn't a country's coin. Just remember that. Like, Bitcoin's bigger than just like, oh, U.S. is going to be the Bitcoin capital of the world. Oh man, they could have. There might be the country that holds the most Bitcoin. There could be a race for that, maybe between them and China. But he said some things, obviously, some things that we already know, some things. There you go, Pengu ETF. You talked about that. They're even filing for ETFs with meme coins like Bonk, Doge, Pengu. Maybe we got a dog with hat ETF. And they're even, you got meme coins being filed for ETFs now. Pengu, that's NFT. If you know what Pengu is, it's actually an NFT project. Actually one of the biggest ones right now, if I'm not mistaken. It's also, I think, a toy. The Pengu NFT. There's a whole collection of these little fuckers. Yeah, it's called Pudgy Penguins. Little Pengu. There's a coin. There's the Pengu coin. They have toys. Like, this thing's in Walmart. You can go in Walmart and buy these little kid. Oh man, I might buy one of those shirts and have some fucking summer drip. Nah, I wouldn't wear the fucking little. Wouldn't catch me wearing that. It's like maybe like nah. It's cool, but nah. Maybe something that a girl would wear. Like, you have to be a flamboyant kind of guy. See, look at yeah, I wouldn't wear that. How much are these? $88. I like my Miri t-shirts, which are like triple the price, 5 times the price. But they got like toys. This is like a toy. Where's the toys? Is there toys? This is like a toy thing too. You can shop toys and stuff on here for kids. Like it's in Walmart. Pretty sure they're in Walmart. And like they did a lot of sales in Walmart. Yeah, see Walmart. This little pudgy penguins. Like they're in Walmart. If I'm not mistaken. Pudgy penguin. Yeah, there they are. These guys. It's like kids toy collectible thing. You know what I mean? Like, but it's they have something to scan there. I think there's something with like, I don't know. Maybe you get like a rare one, a rare toy, or maybe like something like there's different things. Because obviously it's an NFT as well. It's an expensive NFT though. It's pretty expensive. You know, I wouldn't just be like I gotta get one. You know, don't start there. Don't start at like I need a pudgy penguin NFT. So you'll be dropping some ETH on that. You'll be dropping like 10 Ethereum just to grab one of these. So like, you know, unless you want to spend $20,000. It's if you have 100 Ethereum, do it. If you have 100 Ethereum, you could do it. If you have a good amount of Ethereum, you could do it because you still hold the ETH, and it wouldn't be like so much of a difference. Like if 100 Ethereum in my wallet, I have more than that, but just if I had 50 Ethereum in a wallet, maybe I could drop 9 and I'd understand like, okay, I'm still maybe holding some value. Maybe it goes to 20 floor price, but that's what Pengu is. There's, just real briefly there's a lot more on it, but, we could go into, but just real briefly. They're, ETFs are, this is different adoption this time. So when there's a super bull phase, alt season, and that time that everything goes up, I was saying last night, so an inner circle for you guys. If you go to the top 100 coins, there's a lot of good coins in here. Some of them are pretty much like the same shit, different pile. What I mean by that is there's gonna be a phase where they all go up. And if you're looking for like the best one, like you're trying to find the one that goes to 50x, the 100x, the 1000x, or the 10x, the best x multiplied, like at some point they're all gonna go up. Some are gonna outperform more than others. Some are gonna 5x, some are gonna 10x, some are gonna 50x. Right? Your job isn't to just try to find those, like, be like, I gotta find the best ones, because like all of them are gonna go up. Like at some point there's gonna be a phase, whether it's in the next year, whether it's in the next 4 to 6 months, or the next 6 to 9 months, or the next year, there's gonna be another phase where a lot of coins just go up, right? And it'd be hard to always just pick the one that is gonna be the biggest one, the one that's gonna go the most in here. What's the best coin out of all these? Bitcoin is showing you that because it's still, like $84,000 a coin. But if you're trying to just find like the best coin, like, wow, man, trying to find the one that multiplies the most, I think it's just like if you haven't started anywhere, especially, it's better to just keep stacking the same 5 coins, 3 coins you believe in that will go up in that phase. You're not worried about if it goes 50x, 20x. Okay, I got this coin, this coin, this coin, this coin. One might do better than the other. This one might 5x, this one might 10x, this one might 3x. Or it's like even if they all just 3 to 5x, it's still good, right? But some, like, even spreading yourself out a bit is good. You get in some different categories. Maybe you get 1 meme coin. Maybe you get 2 meme coins. Maybe you get 2. You spread yourself out a little bit, and you can have different coins that will multiply more than others in that phase, right? When it comes again. If you want crypto to go up right now, think about it. Like, what if crypto just skyrockets right now, right? In the next month, is that good? Yeah, I'll be rich as fuck again. Like, more. Do you want that? Do you guys want that? Or would you rather have the market stay and give you time to buy more before it does that? Like, what would you rather prefer? Like, it just ripping right now and then going, like, or what if the market gives you more time? Because everybody's expecting it to just rip, right? Just go up soon. Next month, everyone's expecting April to go up now. Everyone's like, okay, February didn't go up, March didn't go up, April, here we go. April, everyone's expecting April to be the month now. Yeah, like, what if April just rips up? Then what? Are you gonna buy more at a higher price? Because obviously some of you guys have jobs, life that brings you income. But that's time to get that income. What if the market gives you 4 months of purchasing time at different prices? What if the market gives you 6 months of that? It might only give you a month. Who knows? You can't really time the market. It's time in the market. It's more time inside the market. So what if in the next 9 months, because I say 9 months because 9 months gives us the end of the year, 2026. So I would project by end of 2026 we get another phase where we're parabolic, like moon phase. I would expect by then, if it's by then, that gives you months of buying time, right? To strategize, maybe buy X amount per week or every 2 weeks or X amount per month of this coin, or maybe just Bitcoin, or Solana, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin XRP, like maybe 3 different coins, 2 different coins. Because if you want the market to go up, that's good. Yeah, our bags pump up, right? But what if the market gives you 4 more months of just not going up? Then what's your strategy? Are you going to just, complain, be fearful, be emotional? Or are you going to just form a strategy in that, saying, okay, I'm going to buy once a week, or okay, I'm going to buy every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, or I'm going to buy every month a certain amount? Plan ahead like that, because what if the market drags out for the next 6 months? Everybody's expecting it to rip up. What if it drags out for the next 6 months and then has 2-3 months of going up in the next 9 months? If it does that, you have purchasing power time. You have purchasing time, right? Because if the market just rips up right now, this next month, your bags pump. But now all the money that you get, you're going to want to probably put that in. Be like, oh man, I got to put more money in the market now because it's going up. You end up buying at higher prices, right? So something to think about. There could be, for a lot of you guys, like if me, I would love for the market to just rip up again. Sell more than I did this time. For me, that would be amazing. I'd make millions of dollars. For some of you guys, it might be like, you might not want that actually, because you might just have so much time in the market that's giving you time to actually acquire and accumulate, right? If you want to get ahead in life, you obviously need to spend less than you make, but invest the difference, right? It's good if you can invest that difference over time, right? Time. You ever see like Monster Energy? The Monster Energy stock? If any of our parents would have bought, or if any of you guys, some of you guys are older, so some of you guys have been around since then. Monster Energy drink. If you put $100 into that every month, put $100 into Monster Energy every month since it came out, or around when it came out, or Netflix. Let's say, how many of you guys have had Netflix? Like, how many of you guys have Netflix? How many of you guys pay for Netflix every month? Type in the chat. Let me know. How many of you guys pay for Netflix every month? Like I said, I think it'll go up. The accumulation phase. How many of you guys pay for Netflix every month? I don't know, what's it called? What's that? Prime? Amazon Prime. That's not. I'm on crypto looking for Netflix. I have crypto filtered out and I type in Netflix. I'm like, I'm like, Netflix. I'm like, damn, there's only one. I'm like, what's going on? Like, that's the wrong one. I mean, obviously Netflix has been around for how long it's been around. How many of you guys have been paying for Netflix since 2016? Or the last 10 years? Since 2015. Go do the math. If you were to just put 100, like, go look at how long you've been paying for Netflix for, and just do the math, and just convert it. If you bought Netflix stock instead, you'd probably have a lot more money right now. And there's a lot of things that are like that, and that's consumerism, right? Most of you guys are consumers, right? So you got to think about money differently. So I was young when I learned about money, and I spent a lot of time in Miami, and most of the people I hung out with were older than me, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years older. Most people still to this day that I surround myself with are usually older than me. So I learned a lot about from a different perspective of money. I used to go out a lot. I met a lot of interesting like individuals, rich, wealthy people too. So you get different perspectives of money too along the way. Most of you guys are consumers of the byproduct of consumerism. Like, how many of you guys buy a new iPhone every year or a new Samsung phone every single year, right? So if you make a strategy, like Bitcoin could, yeah, its price is gonna do whatever. You can't always time the market and predict and forecast everything every day. You don't go to the charts and forecast every day. With something like this, this is something you set a long-term strategy with. Like, okay, for the next year, I'm gonna literally buy X amount every week, or X amount every month, or X amount every 2 weeks, or the next 3 years, 4 years, I would say realistically, because 4 years is short-term in crypto. Why do I say 4 years is short-term in crypto? Well, look what just happened in the last 2 months. Last 2 months, you experienced probably this is a test for a lot of traders who just got in. Most of the traders who went all in after Trump win, this is a test for them as well, right? But the market can do this in a couple months. That's why short-term in crypto is 4 years, because it's 24/7, it's digital, it's faster. This chart, this thing, think about what I just said about Netflix, right? The Netflix, right? If you how many of you guys have been paying for Netflix for 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, every month, just to watch movies that you can pretty much end up really watching for free if you're smart enough to just take some time. Or, if you want to get ahead, I'll teach you guys how to get ahead. You're at my level, who cares? Netflix subscription, whatever. But even I think of these things with all, I have 7 different subscriptions every month that go, oh, this one, this one, this one. Oh man, if I do this for 10 years and pay this subscription for 10 years, that's going to be X amount of money. If I'm here paying this, if I'm paying this is $20 a month, and this is $8 a month, and this is $4 a month, and this on Apple Store, all this adds up, and I'm doing that every month, and then I'm paying it for 10 years, what's that going to add up to after 10 years, right? So this is where most people don't realize, especially in this day and age where their money depletes when everything else that they have to buy every day also is expensive. So I think about your money differently, how you operate it long term, right? Yeah, like a $20 a month subscription, $15 a month subscription, or whatever it is, $12 a month subscription for something might not seem like, oh, it's just one thing, but then, okay, add it up for the months in the year, add it up for 10 years, add it up for 20 years on top of all the other subscriptions and things you pay for, right? Not financial advice here, just for purely education, right? But a lot of you guys are trying to get to 100K in the bank, or you want to look at something, oh, there's 100K, right? How are you going to do that? Well, you need income, right? But you need to really maneuver through it and be smarter with your money and know the difference between liabilities and assets, and hold on to those assets and accumulate assets, right? None of my parents didn't teach me this when I was young. I had to teach them it. And they, like I didn't learn this stuff when I was in school. I didn't learn this stuff myself. Like, I had to teach myself this stuff. Like, really financial literacy. If you ask me how, YouTube University, guys, just fucking you have more access to information in 2025 than someone did, than like a world leader did in 1960, 1970. Like, you have access to information in this generation. Go find it. Right? I'll give you guys a lot. So change the way you think about your money long term, because something like this, you might not think like, oh, $100 a month. $100 a month, that's a long-term strategy. If you want to see more, if you want to keep more of what you make, you need to acquire assets. That's it. And accumulate assets that you believe in and are strong to hold. What, like, if you're gonna ask me what do you believe, what do you use? Ask yourself these questions. That's it. What do you use every day? Look at this, and what do you use every day? Do you use Amazon every week or month? It's a simple question if you're asking what are good at, what do you use this thing every day? Do you order stuff on Amazon every month? Do you use Google? Do you have a Facebook? Right? Do you go shop at any of these stores? Do you use Visa, Master? Think about these things. Like, why would you buy something? Well, do you use it? Do you believe in it? What is it? Right? Do you go to Home Depot? Are you a Coca-Cola guy like Warren Buffett? Maybe your favorite store is Hermes, right? Maybe your favorite store to shop at is Hermes, right? Like Amazon, there's an easy one. Do you use Amazon? Do people use Amazon? Right? So what are good assets? For me, if you're asking me, I tell you guys pretty much every week. So it's a pretty dull question if you're asking me. I tell you guys every week my strategy, and it starts with BTC. Because I am accumulating. I don't care. My goal is to get to X amount of Bitcoin. If I can get to this amount of Bitcoin, okay, I'll stop. I'm accumulating, right? I want to get to X amount of Bitcoin, right? Maybe that's the goal. If you're like, what cryptos should I buy? Well, fuck, guys, look at the fucking president. If you don't have any cryptos, or if you're sitting here just buying meme coins and you don't have these 5, maybe you're playing yourself if you don't have these 5, or at least some of these 5. I mean, if you're like, what cryptos should I buy? Which ones, what 5 are the president talking about? If you're like, okay, Evan, I don't know what cryptos I should start with. Well, I would start with Bitcoin. Duh. But, what 5 cryptos? This guy's going to be president for the next 4 years. Look at the 5 cryptos he's talking about. Maybe start with those 5. And then start with those 5 and maybe add on 1 or 2. Or maybe some of these. It doesn't have to be all 5. Maybe it's Some people are more Bitcoin. Like some people don't like XRP. Some people are more Bitcoin, Solana. Some people are more Bitcoin, Ethereum. Some people are more Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. A lot of people are different. I know some people who, like me, if you were to look at my portfolio, Bitcoin's at the top. Depends on the market conditions too. Like Solana could go to the top in mine. Like it depends on the market too. Also, actually, I know some people that literally have no Bitcoin, but they have 1,000 Solana. I know people who have 0 Bitcoin, or maybe like a 0.1 of Bitcoin, like a little bit of it, but have like 2,000 Solana coins, 1,500 Solana coins, a lot of Solana. So there's some people who are like more Solana than Bitcoin, or I know people who have 5 Bitcoin, a little bit of Solana, and a little bit of ETH. I know people who have thousands of Ethereum, a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Solana. So like everyone's kind of like different in their own ways, I think. Some people are more lean to certain coins. I think that's your time in the market too, your experience, maybe what that coin does for you. Me, I understand XRP, Solana. I understand Bitcoin. Bitcoin's best to me. And I understand Bitcoin. We don't buy Bitcoin for a 10x. Like I understand these other coins could, outperform Bitcoin. That's not why we buy Bitcoin. We don't buy Bitcoin for performance. Same reason you don't buy these things. Like they perform. There's a reason you're buying these things. Or like you don't buy gold to perform. It's a store of value, right? You're not buying Bitcoin but year by year, Bitcoin's performed better than every traditional asset, year by year. But you're not buying it for that performance that you might try to buy some of these other coins. Like when you get into crypto, and it's like, I need a 10x. I need to find a coin that 10x's. I need to find a coin that 5x's. Doing that, you're going to run out of purchasing power. If you're always looking for the coin that's going to flip 10x, you're going to run out of purchasing power. Stacking Bitcoin gives you purchasing power. But you stack Bitcoin for a couple of years, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, damn, at some point you'll realize, because I've been doing this for 10 years, remember. So you stack Bitcoin for a couple of years, at some point you'll realize, like, damn, I know what this guy was talking about now. There'll be a phase, there'll be a time where you will see what I'm talking about. And I've been there many times. Because I started buying Bitcoin at $800 per coin. Now we're at 83. I started buying Bitcoin way back down here, where my red line is. So I've seen all of this. So make it a goal. So if your goal with Bitcoin's accumulation, make a goal. Okay, my goal is to get to 1 Bitcoin, or half a Bitcoin, or it could be half. It could be 0.5 of a Bitcoin, so half. Or my goal is to get to, make a goal. Write a goal down. Write it down. Make a goal. Right. Go to work tomorrow and ask, like, if you work in a regular place, like a kitchen, a restaurant, whatever, a regular average place, go to work and ask your employees if they have goals. And you'll realize most people don't have goals. All right? Go ask your neighbor. Knock on your neighbor's door and ask them if they have goals. That's the difference between people who live in the conformity, that just do what everybody else does. The people who just do what everyone else does, or just follow the crowd, follow the herd, they live in a cycle. Those people usually don't have goals, right? My goal is to get to 0.1 of a Bitcoin. Make a goal to accumulate, to acquire, to get somewhere, right? Doesn't have to be looked at overnight. It could be a year. It could be 2 years. If you're trying to be a trader, an investor, it's not going to happen overnight. But when you're in the game, there's phases that come fast. So he goes to accumulate. Especially if you're someone like me who sees this for the long term of things. Like if it's 2025 now and you're like, I'm gonna hold this till 2030, then, you know, or 2028, 2032, every 4 years. If you're like me, planning on holding for like the next 8 years, my goal is accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible in the next couple of years before it gets, you know, even more expensive. So like average, like, goes up, comes down, it goes up. The next time it peaks, it's like, okay, well, whenever it goes up again, where does it come back down to? It's still gonna be expensive to accumulate. No matter what price it is, it's still gonna be expensive to accumulate. Okay. These 5 coins, some of them, maybe even like you could start here and add on like H bar. I always talk about H bar. H bar is a good coin. I mean, to me, it's like the president might be winking. It's like wink, wink here. Buy gold look for buys between now. What's it at? 34. This zone and 30, 34. Yeah, I'm gonna enter buys on gold in this zone. It's pulling back a bit, I'm gonna enter buy on gold. Maybe this is a good list. You could add this is a good list to have, and then it's like, okay, I could add a high roller. You don't start with memes. Like people, you're just buying memes. Don't tell, like, you gotta know when and why. Like, it's crazy. When the Trump run started, everybody was a meme coin expert. It's funny. Everybody became a meme coin expert after Trump won. Now it's like they have no money. They have no value. Bruh, I've seen videos of the new age of crypto people. They don't know how these markets, you gotta learn how to survive. Kids these days. That's why there's not even people that were here this cycle, last cycle. 4 years ago, there's people who participated 4 years ago that aren't even participating this anymore in crypto because they got burnt out. There's people who didn't even participate. Like, I've talked to people who bought Solana at $220 years ago. Several people. I've talked to several people who bought Solana up here and sold it down here. And those same people say the same shit. They said, I sold it because Bitcoin died. Crypto died. Crypto died out. It crashed. It's dead now. They all say the same thing. Literally, I kind of laugh at it. Oof, who's this? Who just texted me? Who just texted me? One of you guys just texted me. How do you get my... Who is this? 437. Who's 437? Yeah, 437. How many man, a lot. 416, 437, 6. Damn, man, I got all these Toronto numbers now. Toronto, I open the window. It's some light in here. It's a nice day, spring. First day of spring, son. It's getting nice. It's still cold, but it's nice. It's getting better. What time is it? I'm gonna be off in hour and 30 minutes. Gonna go train in 2 hours. Let's see, once I get my motion going, them kicks are gonna be going. I'm in gold buys. YOLO. YOLO play. I said I was entering like minutes ago, and I said I entered gold minutes ago. I don't know if I was loud enough, but I said I entered gold buys like minutes ago. Good entry area would be like where I said it was at like 34-ish. It was in the 34s almost, like when I said like, so like 35, 30 area for entries. Stop loss. I would say, well, where are we? 30, below 30, because it could come in this area. So like 28. Scalping setup. Yeah, I got in. I said when I got like a couple minutes ago, like 3 minutes ago maybe. But yeah, I talked to someone. I've talked to several people actually, but I even know a couple people like more conversation. You have a lot of conversations with people, and I always, every time I meet someone, I just end up bringing up crypto because I like to see. I live in a hotel, so I talk to a lot of people since I've lived here. So I always like to see if anyone knows about. I just like anytime I meet someone, I ask them about crypto and just see if they know about it. So I like to see if how misinformed or just where they're at, where the world's at. It gives you a good speculation of things, where the average person's at with it. A lot of people I talked to bought Solana here. So a lot of people that like participated that run. And I know a guy that sold it when it was at like $8, like when it was down here. And he told me like, oh yeah, it died, like Bitcoin died, crypto, dead now. But he told me that when Solana was on the way to $200. So people, like, I've had conversations like this with people, but they don't know where the market is even at right now, or where it was at when I had these conversations. Like a lot of these conversations I had have been in the last like year or two too. Like as Solana was going up, like as it was like 120, 140, 150, on the way to 200 again. So it's interesting. One person I remember when he told me like how he bought Solana at like 220, but then sold it down here. I was like, oh, like, do you know where Solana is? Like, yeah, because he's like, crypto's dead, like it died, crypto died. And meanwhile, Bitcoin's at $70,000 while he's looking at me telling me, Bitcoin died, crypto died. And I'm like, huh. Did it really? Like, are you sure? Have you looked at a chart? So, like, what does that tell you? Lack of education, lack of knowledge. Investing is risky. Investing with the lack of knowledge is what's really risky. That tells you misinformation, lack of knowledge, following the herd. Like, because if for Bitcoin to die, no, we can't go in. Like, we'll do a Bitcoin session one day. Go watch Michael Saylor. He'll tell you enough about it. This is my song right now. What is it? March 21st right now. We're gonna go hard the next month. Hopefully April's a good crypto month because I'm taking a vacation for like 4 days, 1 week. A couple, like a month actually. I know. Go up, gold. Go up, you buttercup. I was gonna call it a little dog there, Everything's down. This KSM coin's pretty low. if Polkadot goes up, this coin, Polkadot and KSM are really low. Like Polkadot's as low as it can, as low, like low. Even if it wicks down, like it's still low. Polkadot's pretty low. What's gold doing? Just entered not that long. I told you guys wanted. Accumulation's still intact. The accumulation's still intact technically. Hopefully the accumulation sticks for us because we do it again. I'm trading the accumulation today. I'm trading this what I see. It's kind of consolidating here in the 5 minute. It could come down and still go up. Like, still looks like accumulation to me. Like I was saying before. Yeah, so these 5, like it's good to spread yourself out, but I think like it's good to be spread out, have multiple coins. Like I think my main goal is like acquire Bitcoin. Another strategy is like acquire these altcoins. Don't acquire Bitcoin yet. And this kind of goes against what I say, but still falls into what I say. It could be like, okay, I don't have any Bitcoin, but I have all these altcoins. And Bitcoin's gonna go up first, right? Bitcoin's gonna be the stronger one, always, most staying power. It's like I could have, okay, let me write it down. I have 0 Bitcoin. I have 0 Bitcoin, but I have, I'm holding, I don't know, maybe I'm holding ETH. Maybe I got Solana, maybe XRP, I don't know, maybe a meme coin like Doge. I don't know, maybe just, there's so many coins I could name. Maybe ADA, HBAR, AVAX, there's just too many damn coins, man. Jupiter, HBAR, ICP. Maybe you have Litecoin, like Litecoin there, like just for categories, like what I'm literally talking about is all. You don't have any Bitcoin, but you have like 3, 4, 5 other coins, 7 other coins that aren't Bitcoin. When those go up, rotate them into Bitcoin, right? Like that's another strategy that where like, because obviously like Bitcoin's not gonna 10x. Fuck, who knows? You never know. Like what happens is, never know. Like 10x is obviously going to like almost $1 million, 800,000, right? Do we believe that's gonna happen this year? No, like maybe that takes like 4, 5, 6 years, sometime. But like if you have altcoins, like how do you take profit on those instead of just holding those? Because the only coin you really want to hold is Bitcoin. Like if you're just gonna hold something forever and accumulate something forever, it's Bitcoin. Because again, it gives you staying power. You'll see more of your money. It's more of an asset rather than accumulating Dogecoin all the time, or even some of these coins, even Ethereum. Because look at, if you're buying Ethereum all the time, look at like obviously you're stacking your ETH, but look at the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin right now. Huge difference with staying power, the holding price. So if you have, maybe you're outweighted, maybe it's like you're not more Bitcoin, maybe you have less Bitcoin compared to your altcoins and your meme coins or whatever, your other coins. When those have good multiplies, and maybe they 2x, they 3x, 5x, whatever, a good multiply, that's where taking profit on those and storing it somewhere. So taking profit in crypto can also be like if you have even if you have a shit coin, you have a meme coin, a garbage coin that pumps, you take profit on it. You could obviously convert it to USDT, but you could swap it to BTC, the asset that you want longer term to hold. That's a way to take profit. If maybe you're in that situation this year where you don't have, maybe your Bitcoin's at the bottom of your portfolio, or it's not where you want it to be, maybe you want more Bitcoin and you have too many of these coins, that would be a way to get out of it in that situation this year. If the market whenever the market goes up. Like I'm not timing the market, but whenever it goes up. That's what I hold because I have 30 coins I'm holding. So me, I have 30. I have 30. For 30 different cryptos I'm holding, right? I'm not gonna hold all of them forever. Some of them I'm literally gonna do that when they go up. Just gonna put them into Bitcoin and move the money there. I know Bitcoin can go down, but I know the value of Bitcoin, the price of it. Gold's going down right now as we speak. Little bugger. Cause like I hold 30 coins. I have 30, maybe more actually. I have 30 coins. Some of them I'm gonna sell 90% of them and just keep 10%. Some of them I'm gonna sell most of the coin and just keep a percentage of it. But a lot, like some of the coins I have, I'm gonna do that type of rotation, where it's like, okay, this coin's up. Cause yeah, Bitcoin will drop. Well, I'm like it'll go when that time comes for me. Like yeah, Bitcoin will enter a bear phase, but it won't be as damaging as holding all those other coins forever. Whereas you have Bitcoin, yeah, like the Bitcoin, wherever Bitcoin tops out at, like if it tops out one day at 130K or 150K, comes back down, it's still gonna be valuable asset to have. Yeah, gold not holding. I entered to buy. Have one entry in drawdown right now, around 34. So I can't really give like everybody's different. I can't give like financial advice. Everyone's different. That's just a blueprint, ways to think. Like you're depending on where you are financially, you know. Set up a plan, a strategy. You don't have to buy everything at once in crypto. Like if you're trying to position yourself with a good position, you know, buying 5,000 at once, 10,000 at once, yeah, you know. But if you want accumulation doesn't have to be like all at once. It can be over time. Like accumulating. I'm gonna take one more entry on gold, guys. Well, two more. I'm gonna take one more at 30, and if this setup doesn't hold, it's probably my last setup for the week on gold. I've gone over some good stuff this week. We you know, like I know you guys want me to call it trades every day, but sometimes we overtrade when we do that. You guys got to realize that too. Everybody messages me every day. Like every day I get 50 DMs. Well, bro, is it a buy? Bro, is it a sell right now? You guys got to like let me. Remember, I'm a trader too on my own. Like, so like if you guys are DMing me all day, like if you guys are sending me DMs I'm not gonna answer those. You know, if you're DMing me, bro, is it a buy at this? Like because I get 50 of those, and it distracts me. Because if I'm looking at the charts and I'm like, fucking, this person's like, yo, is it a sell? And this person's like, yo, is it a buy? And I'm literally spamming me all day. I'm like, yo, chill, guys. Like, let me analyze the charts myself too, because I'm a trader myself, right? I can't just trade for everyone. I wish it was that easy. I took another entry at 30. It just spiked literally right when I entered, immediately. I did say 34, 30 zone, so I took another entry. But yeah, if you guys are like messaging me on Instagram, on Discord all day, like asking me, is it a buy? Like at different times, some of you guys will message me at 4 p.m. Some of you guys will message me at 4 a.m. Some of you guys, it's every hour. Every hour is all hours of the day, right? That's why I made my school community, like my inner circle. If you have questions and you're in my inner circle, message me on inner circle. Like I answered 50 DMs on inner circle yesterday. Well, like 40. Like Discord, if you guys, those of you guys message me every day on Discord, like, yo, is it a buy? Yo, is it a sell right now? Like, Someone messaged me yesterday at like 4:30 in the afternoon, and I was like, I replied like, dude, it's 4:30. Like, the market closes in 30 minutes. What are you doing? Like, who cares? That's what I replied. It's distracting though. Like, you know, I know you guys want trades every day, but you gotta chill on the DMs with like, yo, is it a buy? Because like, I'll get two people messaging me at the same time asking if it's a buy, and then I'll get another person asking if it's a sell at the same price, and I'm like, yo, just drop your chart. That's why I made in Inner Circle. I made that section. Like, if you guys are, remember, you guys are sending me your charts all day. I get 50 of those messages a day. If you guys are in Inner Circle, like, drop your charts in here. See what others say too, right? Because I'm not always on the charts too. Like, don't want to overtrade the market as well. I made a section here, like members charts in Inner Circle. If you have a chart, drop it in there. See what someone says. Don't be scared. I'm not always going to be on the charts and be there to, you know, hold your hand every day of the way, right? You have a chart, drop it in there, right? Don't be scared. See what someone says, right? If you have, like, because if it's me, like, understand 20, 30, 40 people are doing that to me a day, and I'm not. I have time for other things. It's hard for me to. I can't look at it because I'm getting one chart showing me a harmonic pattern. I'm getting another chart showing me like a Fibonacci ratio, Elliott waves, and I'm like, so this is my strategy. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at here. So like, if you're sending me your charts and it doesn't apply to how I trade, I'm like, I'm just gonna ignore it too. Because I don't want to get distracted. I don't need to, like, if I always used to say, like, I was never in these Telegram groups, these WhatsApp chats, group chats. I never liked group chats because it just shows you, it's so many charts. I like my perspective, what I see. What do I see? I don't want to see 30 different perspectives in a day of one person has a harmonic pattern, one person has like something I never seen. And I'm like, what am I looking at? I don't even know how to answer your analysis. Yeah, it spiked up there. Might be an L today. Like, we'll see. The last couple of days haven't been, you know, we started the week strong. That's why I withdrew too. We started the week Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday strong, and now we've kind of ended the week bad. And that is trading. That's why I say, like, that's why I did that $7,000 withdrawal, $7,300 withdrawal. Because if I have a good Monday, if by Thursday I'm profitable, I'm withdrawing. Like, if Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I went over this that night, I showed you guys I did the withdrawal. It's just self-defense mechanism as well. About to get stopped out. Yeah, stopped out on gold. I'm out. That's it. I'm done trading for the week, guys. That'll be the last trade for me on the week. I'm still up on the week. Still a good week. Just got stopped out. Is what it is. Is what it is. My $400 I left in my account. I left $406 in my account. I got it to $800, but now I'm at $376. Damn. Fuck. Yeah, I got the 400. I showed you guys the other night. When I withdrew and I left like 400 something dollars in the account. I got that to like 880. And now I'm at 376. Damn. Yeah, that's the last trade I'm going to take for the week, guys. Like, if you've been tuning in this week, if Saturday, Sunday, that's why, like, if you notice the last couple weeks, I haven't been trading as much, but notice I traded a lot more this week. So if I don't show up for a stream, just know it's for a reason, all right? Because you guys, again, I know you guys don't like when I'm not live every day, but I don't like to overtrade. That's why. If I don't go live, there's a deeper reason, right? Because I could take every setup I see, but on my own, it's different. Like, right? Like, I could look for a re-entry and probably make back my loss, but I'm not gonna do that on live streams. That's too risky. Like you guys, like I have 10 years experience doing that with my own money, right? Like a recovery setup, but no, I'm not gonna look for another setup. I'm done for. I already like I have $376 in the account here. Like I already withdrew $7,300 this week, so I'm not gonna overtrade. Wait for next week. Just chill. If you got sells, congrats. But that's what I mean. If you've been here since Monday, I had a good week. I called out, like guys, if you can't handle an L, don't come here for the live streams when we win them. If you guys can't handle an L, then then you won't. Then how are you gonna be profitable if you don't know how to take L's? Like, guys, we bought here on Monday. Come on. We bought here Wednesday. So like if I have to show you every trade we've taken, like you gotta calm down if you can't take an L. I just closed, took an L. It is what it is. Well, one day when I make, it's at 25. You can look at the stop loss hit. There might be a recovery entry. Well, I don't want to overtrade the market. You guys see how I've been toning it out the last couple of weeks, right? Taking less setups. But then you guys get upset every time I don't trade the way I usually do. But I keep telling you guys, we gotta adapt to the market differently this year. You guys, I see. Don't worry, I see the DMs I get and the messages. I know, like. But if I don't stream, it's not because I'm sleeping in. It's because it's like, okay, we don't need to always trade. That's why. If you don't see me stream, usually I stream around the same times. But if you don't see me stream, it's like, it might be a bigger reason. Yeah, I thought it was going to be able to go up to like 40, 45 before sells, but it was wrong. I thought we were going to get a push up to like 40, 45. But Monday we took a buy here. Wednesday, if I was on Tuesday, I should have streamed Tuesday. We would have took a buy there. We took a buy here on Wednesday. Today, buy's not working. Friday dumps. Now I'm not gonna look for a re-entry. Remember I said at the beginning of the session, I already given you guys the clues. I gave you guys the clues. If it dumps off and sells off, remember I said beginning of the session. If it dumps off. If it sells off, right? Where's maybe remember that discussion we had beginning of the session. I already closed, guys. I said I closed at like 28. I said stop loss around 28. I recognize that time to close. That's why you close when you're wrong. You close. You just close. You close the trade. Take the L. That's it. It's if you're holding on to the whole hopes of it. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Just learn to accept it. Because if I was still holding it, I closed at 28. If I was still holding it, fuck, would have probably blew the account, right? If I was still holding, I would have blew my account there, with what I got left. I said I closed. I said stop loss hit. So if you're still holding, damn. I said stop loss hit. I'm getting out closed like when it was at 28. Yeah, it's still around 25. Like, if you're looking, I'm not going to call another setup. Like I said, that's going to be like my last trade for the week. We took a lot of trades this week, guys. We did a lot of analysis this week. Since Saturday, if you're a part of Inner Circle, and then Monday, we did a lot of analysis this week. There was a lot of stuff this week, guys. We technically over traded. Because if you look at, we literally by Thursday, we had a lot of analysis and setups. If you're looking, remember I said we had a discussion beginning of the session. It was if it sells off today, where is it maybe at the end of the day? Because the sell-off could be maybe a buy the dip for next week. So you could watch price at between now and 10:30. Maybe there's a midday reversal between now and 10:30, or towards the end of London session. Like, where is price after London session finishes, 12 p.m. So in a couple of hours. Like I said, guys, L's are going to happen. We've been winning since January, guys. L's are going to happen. I said that the first stream I did. Go watch the first stream I ever did, January 6th or 8th. I've always said there's days I'm going to be wrong. Most of the time I'm right. Humbly, I say that. Remember that. I've always said there's going to be L's. There's going to be. There's going to be days where I'm wrong. Because on my own, when I trade, trading on your own is different than like streaming for people, hundreds of people, thousands of people, right? It's different. It's a different job. It's quieter. It's easier, I would say. I make more money just trading than streaming. So if I'm just trading on my own, I make a lot more because I'm more aggressive, quieter, just in my brain. I usually probably put bigger positions. So I think watching this maybe till end of the day, like 12 p.m. So for those that don't know, like London session finishes around 12. So that like hour. I would wait to see where gold is at around 12. I would wait to see between like 12 and 1. So like 12 and 13. 1 p.m. is 13. So that's still like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours from now. I would wait to see where it is around there because it could be lower than 3,000 since it's selling off. Like it could be at 2,090. 2,990, I mean. I closed. I'm not in anymore. I got out of that thing, thankfully. Yeah, it looks like just taken out. I guess the head and shoulders is right. I didn't go for the head and shoulders. I've been bullish on gold, right? And I've been just bullish since January. And it's okay to be wrong. You guys got to remember that. Like, I saw the sell. I saw the head and shoulders last night. If you go on last night's session, I even said it could be a head and shoulders, yes. But I've been bullish for the last 3 months. Until I get a day or a week where it shows me, okay, now we're maybe going into a bearish trend. And then I'll adapt and switch to the trend. Because just because this is dropping right now doesn't mean next week it can't fly back up again, potentially. Just because, price action is doing what it's doing now doesn't mean potentially next week the same thing can set up again where it's a buy the dip scenario. So this is like that first sort of sign of like, for me now, like, because I don't always trade head and shoulders like that. Like, this is my first sign of like, okay, maybe we're entering a bear stage, since the head and shoulders has technically done something. But when you consider the fact that gold's been in a long uptrend, what if this is a buy the dip setting up for next week even? Maybe even just go back. For me, I said beginning of the week, on Monday, I said as long as we're above, when we got to 3,025 this week, I did say on Tuesday, like when we broke above 3,025, and Wednesday I said this, like, as long as we're above 3,025, we could still be bullish. So now I'm going to treat like 3,000, 2,090 area, sort of the same as like 3,025. You could watch the market near the end of London session. So a lot of times, like, it's dropping right now. It could stay like this for another 2 hours, like closer to the end of London session. And then that around the end of London, if it's dropping until then, price should start slowing down. It's not just gonna, I'm not saying it's just gonna rip up. So I'm not saying that. Don't confuse what I'm saying right now. I'm not saying price is just gonna come down at 12 p.m. and it's a buy. I'm saying that's when, if it keeps dropping, it should start slowing down and accumulating, and maybe it's gonna start setting up for next week. I'm saying if you're looking for when price might start slowing down more. Because it's dropping right now. So 12 p.m. London session finishes. I'm not saying at 12 p.m. it's just going to shoot up, right? It's Friday. The market closes today. But that's where it could start slowing down. And maybe that carries on into next week. Next week could be maybe a buy the dip scenario. Or where this finishes today and slows down at could be a buy the dip scenario into next week. I don't know yet. I'll have to look at it in 2 hours and see where price is at. Can't really tell yet. I can't really tell yet, so I'll just have to check back on. I'm going to probably check on the charts in 2 hours and see kind of where it's at. Because there was 2 Fridays ago. There's a couple Fridays I caught buys. I think 2 that carry on to next week. This could drop, so when you get a situation like this where New York's just dropping, key times could be like right now and 10:30, or just waiting for end of London session to finish. The easiest thing to do is like wait closer to London session finishing. Yeah, unfortunately I got RKO'd on that setup, but that's why I withdrew on Wednesday. I knew Wednesday night I withdrew before Thursday, and if I win like that, if I make 220% on an account in 3 days, I get like. Because now, if I kept that balance, I probably would have lost. Because I took 2 L's in a row. Well, I took a W. Then I took 2 L's. Yeah, because man, I got the balance up. I had to buy here. Or sorry, here. So I had that account. I was thinking, because I've been in this situation too many times. If I didn't do that withdraw, might not be in profit right now, or way less profit, because I withdrew 7,300 from the account. Still have 376 in it. So if I withdraw 376, that's like, almost 7,700 withdraw. 7,600, let's say. I might do that and buy a meme coin, buy some more whiff. I might just end the week like that, withdraw the rest, and throw it in a meme coin. Literally $300, $376. Yeah, like put it in a coin, put it in a meme coin or something. Pepe. Maybe. And I'll put it in whiff, maybe at 10x's. But yeah, the reason I'll do, like, if I win 3 days in a row, I'll usually withdraw. Like if it's 2 to 3 days and I do a good percentage, the money doesn't matter, because to me the money like that I made this week wasn't a lot. So it's not even the money. I used to look at the money and be like, I didn't make. I only made $6,000 this week, or I made $7,000, or I only made $10,000 this week. I only made $5,000 this week. It's not a lot of money to me, to knowing what I can do or what I've made before. So I've gotten into bad habits where I'd be up maybe $6,000 for the week, $7,000 for the week, $5,000 for the week. If I'm up $5,000 for the week on a Wednesday, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's $5,000, good week. But I'm like, I could have made $10,000 realistically if I held some trades, this, that. Might get a little greedy there. From my experience, I've been doing this for 10 years, so there's been a lot of times I've been up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then boom, I'll end up trading maybe the same bias, the same setups, or end up just trading and losing that profit. Either losing the profit, most of the profit, or even losing the account, right? I've had a lot of situations like that because 10 years of trading. I'm an aggressive person. I have an aggressive personality. Like, I'm a risky person. I have a high risk tolerance. So not every human is like, we're all humans and we're all different, and we all have strengths and weaknesses or different emotional intelligence, right? I'm a pretty aggressive person. So I've been in a lot of situations in the past, especially in the past, not as much these days because I'm way more controlled, but I'm talking like years ago where I would win good profitable 3 days in a row. And boom, go down. I learned because like there'd be times where I'd be up 100%, 200%, 300%. I wasn't looking at like, okay, I just did 200%. I should chill. Like this week, I did 260% on that account. Like 300% on that account. I took $2,400 to about $8,300 almost at the highest. But I was able to withdraw right now $7,700. So not a crazy week, but no, it's a really good week for the result. But knowing like doing that, knowing I have that capability, so that's something I know I can do. I can do that with 10K. I could do it with 20K. But honestly, I would have made a lot more money if I just held some trades longer this week. Same thing as every week, pretty much, like, because we had some good buys this week on the market. Like just that day, this trade we were taking on Monday, just that trade, if I held, that would have made a significant difference in the profit if I held longer than I did. Yeah, I would wait till like end of London session for it to slow down. Like it'll probably slow down end of London session, which is in like still like 2 hours. So you got London session's a long session, right? So right now we're in London, New York overlap. So London, you can see like see where it says 12 there, where the green finishes. That is like where it could start slowing down. Like not okay, it's maybe gonna start accumulating. Slower price around this time. For regular days, since it's a Friday, for normal days in the week, it's like this could be a good reversal time for the day. But since it's a Friday, it's like it's maybe a good reversal time for next week. So on a regular day, like a normal day, when I mean normal day, because today's Friday and the market closes today. On a normal day, it's like, yeah, I can't believe I didn't. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's break and retest. Like, I know. I see everything. Like I said last night, I see the head and shoulders. On a normal day, it could be like a good trading opportunity for reversal if around that time. Because today's Friday, market closes, so it's like, okay, if I take the trade if let's say at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. it looks like, okay, I could take a trade now. It's like, okay, how much is it going to move with market time remaining? Versus like a regular day where the market doesn't close, it's a good time. Especially if London, like if the market's super bearish going into these hours, this is like where you can get reversals. End of London session. Oops. So if market's super bearish coming into the end of London session, a lot of times you can get like reversals around there. 12, 1, 2. L day. I took an L there. Am I gonna look for a re-entry? Not right. I don't want to rush it. So if anything, like I'll just wait for the area. It just tapped, 10. It's too early to tell. Like London session still finishes. It's 10. Right now it's 10 a.m. So you can see we're going from 10. We're about to go from 10 to 11, then 11 to 12. So too early to tell like where price is gonna be at 12. Like there's still time. Like maybe price is at 29.90 and it starts slowing down there, or maybe we're around 3,000 closer to. So it's a little early to tell, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. There might be another recovery. There might be a recovery one for gold. So maybe hold into next week. Still above $3,000. The head and shoulders did play out. We're still above 3,000. I think as long as we stay above 3,000, we could still remain bullish on gold. Went over a lot of crypto stuff today, though. A lot of information. And if you didn't know, Donald Trump had some interesting things to say about crypto yesterday, I mean. There was a digital asset summit. I would check that out. He says he signed an order creating the brand new strategic Bitcoin reserve. So that's interesting. Creating the brand new strategic Bitcoin reserve. So interesting stuff here. So yeah, price is doing what it's doing with the market. Like the market's going down and it sucks. Yeah. If you just got into crypto, especially your bags are down and everything like that. But you still got like on the what they're doing. So there's still something happening, I think. I'd chill on gold. I'm not gonna take an entry until, if I do take an entry, it'll probably be after 12. Like wait for this, wait for London session to finish. 'Cause that's when it starts to like kind of slow down, and maybe you can get a buy at like 1 or 2 in these hours. It just doesn't have to be, but that could be a plan if you're looking at like next week, if you're looking at a different trade. I think for the day though, we're gonna wrap it up. We had 2 L days in a row here. Well, last night. Ethereum, maybe we should just look at ETH today. Ethereum chart analysis. I'm gonna wrap it up though for the day. Ethereum's at a nice like break and retest zone. But we're gonna wrap it up for the day, guys. That's gonna be it. Whoops. Tomorrow, so we won't be on tonight, but tomorrow I'm live on Inner Circle. So if you're in the Inner Circle, I'm gonna be doing training tomorrow. Whoops. If you're in my Inner Circle, tomorrow we have a session, and then Sunday we have 2 sessions. Tomorrow, whoops, down here. Tomorrow we have a session at 12:30. The link's there. You can get it when you click on it. And then we have Sunday as well. Tomorrow we're going to be going over gold training, so it's just going to be like a training session. Maybe a little bit of crypto if I see anything that I need to talk about that's relevant. Ethereum, maybe that's the recovery setup. Ethereum has a break and retest setup here. Maybe something to keep an eye on if you trade that. It is pretty volatile. Ethereum is more volatile than gold. But we're going to wrap it up for the day. Unfortunately, gold didn't give us what we wanted today. Didn't listen to me today. You don't have to rush buys. I know it looks beautiful right now. Like it's dipping. Like, oh my gosh, it's setting up. But wait for like 12 p.m. if anything, when London finishes. I'm going to wrap it up though. We'll be on next week. And if you're in the Inner Circle, I'll be on tomorrow and Sunday.
You're not just supporting local, made right here in Canada. You're choosing responsible.